Yellow. Go on, 80.
The mic. Pick it up. Pick it up. Pick it up.
Wide. Get wide.
Here's the first carry for Tariq Cohen.
Run.
He'll wind up getting a yard on the game's first play at second down.
Bingo.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Now left side, a completion to his tight end. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield.
Let's go.
19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains.
I do believe we'll see a little bit more of this as this game progresses, because when you can have that type of a gain in the middle of the defense, it hurts them in so many ways, because most teams like to be strong down the middle. And if you can sting them there, that opens things up for you on the outside as well.
But that's where their big tight end, is so good, that middle third, the seam routes, the in routes. Yeah, you're right. Probably see more there.
Yeah, it takes a lot of courage and fortitude to go in the middle as well, and he's got it.
Mahomes firing complete. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a third down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Yellow. Go on, 80.
Bring it.
From the gun on third down, Mahomes. And he's going to be swallowed up. Sacked back at the 45-yard line.
It always helps for a visiting team to come in and set the tone on defense. In fact, when we talked with them prior to the game, they said they wanted this home crowd to feel like they had to hide their valuables when they were in town.
Well, the home crowd quiet now early. See if their offense can take over and get some points on the board.
Brandon, never quite sure what the side judge or the field judge is going to rule there. That was awfully close, but in the end, he says it passed over the 1 yard line, and that's where they're going to mark it out. I mean, you can see it right there, right? See him walking up the sideline? Told him to stop right there at the 1.
Reset. 18.
Time to go. Night. Strong right.
Hey, alert.
Strong right.
Delta.
4 down. Check.
9 go.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's able to get this up just shy of the 15. A fresh set of downs on a gain of 13 there for the Texans.
Partner, I think that play echoed a short yardage run. I know they were backed against their own goal line, but when they stack the defensive line like that, if you find any type of a crease, you're up to the third level before you know it.
Check three.
9 go.
Watson on first down. And he goes down. The Ravens able to get to him.
They can't stop
Derek
us,
Barnett
baby.
in there to get him, and on the season now, that is 9
fellas.
sacks for him. After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here.
Motion. 54. 26.
Check 24.
9 go.
Now Watson. And he's just going to get rid of this thing. To no one here. He throws it away, and now it's third.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20, because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored gives yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
He's going to rifle one deep left side, and unable to connect, incomplete. I'll give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, and have them back on their heels.
That's it, baby. We're going to work.
At their own 43-yard line.
Wide
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They punted last time they had it. What steps, Charles, you think they have to take to make sure they don't do that again?
Well, let's just go to the football 101, the trade expression 101. Win first down. Make 5, 6, 7 yards on first down and make it a 2nd and 3, 2nd and manageable. Keep accumulating first downs that way. Keep moving the football. You don't want to get behind the sticks because then the defense has the advantage.
They'll let this go for the end zone. And this is caught. Touchdown, Baltimore. A big play there. His 11th touchdown of the year. As his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. The extra point up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
The Texans take over.
Let's go.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
Choose the mic.
I got you. I got you.
Here's Watson. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Miles Jack. And they'll set up shop in enemy territory at the 45-yard line. He's on quite the interception run. He had 2 last week, another one here. Remember, he's not a DB, he's a linebacker.
But how many of those linebackers started as DBs and pumped themselves up into being linebackers? So the ball skills are the same, right? The coverage skills and responsibilities are the same, and he is paying it off in a big, big way.
Now he's going to swing this one out to his running back. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46.
If you're a selfish player and you're throwing the ball, you're cool with the completion. Maybe not so cool with the yardage loss, though, huh?
Yeah, you went backwards on the yardage. Hey, it kind of works like a sack for the defense there.
Yeah, it's a really big play for them, right? Able to figure it out, sniff it out, and finish it off.
On 2nd down now. It's Cohen, and they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up 3rd down. And the Texans have an extra defender in the secondary now on 3rd down.
Hey, check Mike 33. Check 9.
Shotgun snap to Mahomes. And he can't hang on to it. Nearly picked. He's known for his hands defensively, but instead it just brings up 4th down. The Ravens send their punter out now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. And he'll get this away into the icy winter air. Out of bounds and close. The question, was it a touchback? No. They'll say it crossed out at the 2-yard line. Excellent placement. And off that bounce, Charles, I didn't know where it was going to go. It can be an inexact science as to where they place it, but they say the 2-yard line.
Yeah, I don't know how they really determined that. And let's face it, at the end of that play, one side's going to be happy, the other team's going to be unhappy. So, what do they do, shorten the hypotenuse? I mean, how do they figure that out? You know that stuff. You're the smart guy.
Oh, that's you, partner. A 1st down run, not going to get them a whole lot. Maybe a yard. Yeah, looks like just 1 yard there. So that'll bring up 2nd and 9.
Well, not a game that you're going to go crazy about, but when you start at your own 2-yard line, any type of space is good for the offensive guys.
Yeah, you just can't go backwards from here. They did it. Now we'll see if they can keep it on schedule here on 2nd down.
Fly to the ball. Run.
A big hitter there from deep in their own territory. So they dig a little deeper in the playbook there, get the wide receiver the ball, running it, and it proves fruitful.
Love the call. When you've got a guy who has running back skills, you want him to touch the ball as well, not just out wide where you throw it to him. Make sure you hand it to him or toss it to him and let him go to work.
Here's a throw right side, taken in by his tight end. And they're going to have this in a great spot way down in Baltimore territory. A big change in field position there. That's 40 yards on the catch and run. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports.
Let's go.
Mike 52 right here.
The Texans with the first opportunity now from the red zone. It's 1st and 10 at the 14. Escaping the pressure right. And he just throws this one away. Smart decision here this close to the end zone, and it brings up 2nd down. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Now a handoff here to his running back. And power running here down to the 6-yard line. A nice job to get 8 there after the incompletion, and now they'll look at a 3rd and 2 coming up.
This drive is turning into an extended one, and the guy carrying the ball, he's becoming more like a body blows guy. Every carry is putting some damage on the defense. So after a while, I'm not too sure how many guys are going to want to run up and tackle him.
He didn't get the touchdown, but he did get the first down as he's tackled at the 1. The gain of 5 that time gives him the conversion and makes it 1st and goal.
Big stop, D. Big stop. Let's go.
Check.
And this one will wind up with him losing yardage back to the 4-yard line. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
Well, that's the big drawback to this play. Even if somehow the quarterback pitches it, he's not immune to the big hit. In this case, he kept it and absorbed it anyway.
From back at the 4, here's 2nd and goal. And now a first chance for the backup here to throw. Under pressure now, and he's going to go down. Sacked back around the 8.
Yeah.
2nd goal, last thing you need to do is get pushed backwards to take a sack. But he couldn't find anywhere to go with the football. Had to eat it and ended up on the ground.
They need to reverse the trend. The last 2 plays have gone backwards. Now it's 3rd and goal. And now the first throw for the backup quarterback. And he is going to go down. Back at the 11-yard line. Miles Jack, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year. And this one is right through. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. Well, the drive started the shadow of their own goalpost all the way back at the 2. Pretty nice job of getting downfield and at least getting 3.
Agreed on that one. A real nice job because really their goal was to get out of the shadows of those goalposts and give themselves a little bit of room to help out their defense. Instead, they got 3 points out of it.
The Baltimore offense at the line set to get going. And they're coming off a 3 and out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you've called before, realize it hasn't worked
Go to
so
something
well,
else.
and maybe you try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Now this throw caught left side. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains.
33. Watch the screen. Watch the screen.
Mahomes now on 1st down. He's going to sling this deep downfield. Got a man, it's caught for a Ravens touchdown.
That's 6. Touchdown.
A big play there with touchdown number 7 on the year as the Ravens push further out in front. Extra point up and through. And that pushes the lead up to 11. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This is taken at his 4. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
Let's go, baby.
At their own 22-yard line.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. It's been very much a slow start for them. 3 drives and just the 3 points, CD.
Yeah, if you're into the points per drive ratio, That answer is 1, and that's not going to get it done in a ball game. They've got to...
And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Picked off right around the 43. And he'll bring this one back to the 29.
Hey, let's go.
If you combine last week and this week, he's got a hat trick going because he had 2 interceptions a week ago.
He's seeing the ball so well and understanding where receivers are and positioning. I mean, just watching him work with such great technique and paying it off by actually catching the ball when he has a chance, he's helping his team in a huge way.
Number 53, Mike 53. Here we go, D. Here I go.
Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the red zone here at the 22-yard line. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
53. All you get is a headache. All you get is a headache.
53.
From the 22, Mahomes.
It's just me and you.
His throw caught at about the 5. He's exceeded his receiving yards from a week ago, and we're still in the first half. It's a first down.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
Yellow. Let's go, Lou, lady.
Mike.
Stop your whining.
And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be second down. On 2nd and goal, Mahomes to the goal line, but it's incomplete. There defensively to knock it away was the safety, Justin Reed.
All defenders get tired of hearing about their lack of hands and why they're playing defense instead of offense. But in this situation, it was the hands that made the play. Batting the ball away on an attempted touchdown pass, excellent job. Way to knock it down.
An extra defensive back on the field here for 3rd and goal. Again, they'll throw with Mahomes. The screen pass here to Cohen. Good contain, no gain on the screen, and it'll bring up 4th down. So unable to get any yardage at all off of the screen there on 3rd down.
And ordinarily on 3rd down, that's when you want to bring pressure. You get all your guys who want to get after the quarterback. But how about the patience they showed? Read the play, snuffed it out, and made a nice stop.
That drive took him inside the 10. Good job defensively to hold him to 3.
Yeah, I like how you did that. Give a little tip of the cap to the stop troops there because they didn't give up a touchdown in that situation, right? Made them kick the field goal. And, yeah, points went against them, but that feels a whole lot better running off the field.
Get ready. Get ready. Get ready.
At their own 23-yard line.
50.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And last time wasn't pretty. One play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens. Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete.
This defense has been very disruptive early on as they force another one to go awry.
Seems to be the front and the back in pass rush. They've been able to get home, and they're taking the ball away in coverage as well.
I love how you put it together. The front and back working in sync. Only way to play good defense.
Another throw on 2nd down, and this one incomplete as well. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions.
Let's go, Heavy. Heavy, what you got? What you got, Heavy? What you got, Heavy? Give me some. Give me some. Here we go, here we go.
Out of the gun, Watson. And that will be incomplete.
I know at times people think we use it too often, but you've got to be able to throw guys open. And when you read zone, you've got to stick it in there before your receiver gets to the next guy in the zone. Otherwise, you bring him into the play.
And that's precisely what allowed that defense to disrupt the pass. And they won't risk defending a return here. That one's out of bounds, and it'll be spotted at the 14-yard line. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it?
In a double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Justin Reed. And they are going to set up shop at the 40-yard line. They are in an interception mood on defense. Had 2 nice interceptions a week ago. Now 2 here in the first half.
Yeah, we call it ball hawking. And the only way to truly be good ball hawks is not guessing. It's not just simply anticipation. It's study and understanding what they like to do and beating them to the spot and creating big plays.
They're watching the film, and it's working. Now a quick throw as that's complete on the hitch route. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. 22 yards on the catch and run, a first down. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
Oh, yeah. Here we go again. Here we go.
And here comes throw number 1 for the backup QB. Got a man on the right sideline. That's Gregory. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. This game not quite as good as the last, but still over 40 yards between the two. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Picked off inside the 10. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Let's get this.
Well, that's 3 picks he's now thrown in this game.
And I know this, the holiday season, because here we are in December, right? It is the season of giving. Maybe for his own sake after the game, he may have to announce.
And Mahomes is going to go down in the end zone, and that is going to be a safety. And, Charles, at some point, you can't keep worrying about big play. Can this be perfect? You just have to get the ball out of the end zone.
And in the offensive huddle, that was discussed when they called the play. Just get out of the end zone. But you know what's interesting? A lot of the times in the defensive huddle, they actually call a set and then say at the end of it, get a safety. So it's preached, it's coached, it's thought about.
Ready? Show an 8. Show an 8. 5-2 is the Mike. Mike's 5-2. Mike 5-2. I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you. 55. Orbit.
On 1st and 10, Watson. He sets to fire deep. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And that one results in 35 yards.
I think it's pretty safe to say that initially they had to be thinking about trying to get into field goal range. But after that shot right there, they've got to be thinking bigger right now.
And that was probably their thought offensively. If we hit this, great. Let's go for the end zone. If not, settle for a field goal. Looks like they can try to hit pay dirt. Now the Texans will burn the first of their timeouts as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1.
Watch the slant. Check.
From the 29, Watson. Throw left side complete. That's Gregory. Now a timeout taken.
Come on now, let's go.
Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see.
Hey, set. 19. Hey, watch the lane. Hey, 31. Hey.
From the red zone now, Watson. That is caught inside the 5. And he's in. Touchdown, Houston. A great play there in the final seconds of the first half as his guys are back within a single score. Point after, right down the middle. And that will shave one more off this lead. A 5-point game now as here comes the kickoff. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout call. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. Time for a final kneel down or a safe run, and then they can head to the locker room with a lead.
Yeah, or they can even run a screen. You know, something they feel is somewhat safe that might actually pop and turn into a big play. That's what.
And he's going to go down. Couldn't get a throw off with the pressure. Maybe that was for the best, as that brings us to the end of this first half of play. So we've come to halftime in a 5-point game. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3.
We got this.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down. But overall, I think they want to stay positive, stay up with this team. We're just starting the second half, and we've got the football. Let's go ahead and punch it in, and then we'll take it from there.
See how that recipe works. On 2nd and 2, Watson. He's going to fire one deep left. And got his man complete. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. That one covers 29 yards, first down. So in Raven territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
I don't even know why this team showed up.
Kill.
Tight dog.
Here's Watson. Steps away to his left. And he just gets rid of it. Throws it away. A wise move there. Looked like nobody open. Now 2nd down.
Yeah, that one sailed on him. You've got to make sure you give your receiver a chance to come down inbounds because they are very gifted. They'll make the circus catches, but if they make them out of bounds, that does you no good.
55. Hey, Mike 52.
On 2nd and 10, Watson. Wide open receiver complete. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10. That one good for 26 and a first down.
Here we go.
Switch it. Come on, switch it.
And to give this time to the tailback. And here he'll get it down to the 7. Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it 2nd down.
On any running play that's called, they're always hoping that it's going to break big and go the distance. But when you get a nice game like that, you're able to do so many things anyway. You can come back and run essentially the same play again, continue to move the ball on the ground, or you can decide to throw the ball now because usually you have the defense back on its heels.
Here we go.
Stepping up, fighting for the end zone. He lost the football. It's out. And he's in. Touchdown, Houston. Taking it in from 7 yards away. And the Texans have taken the lead. A shotgun snap for Watson. And this will be caught as they convert here for 2. So that effort gives them a 3-point cushion and guarantees that a field goal going forward won't beat them.
Yeah, that's really good strategy because that's all you care about. Not getting beat at this stage. At least give your team a fighting chance.
And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line.
Baby, let's go.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half 2.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use. Just something to get you off to a quick start.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Mahomes throwing right, and that's complete. And he'll be down deep into Houston territory. It's a big play there for Baltimore. 63 yards. Excellent execution, and now they're set up nicely.
Are they ever? Red zone? I wonder what the next play call is going to be because after a big play like that, a lot of teams like to use the momentum to launch another one.
And it's intercepted at the goal line. Good positioning, and it's picked off. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
As much football as we watch, we've seen this work many times. In the red zone, first down, take a shot at the end zone, and points result. In this case, though, give credit to the defense. They outguessed them, were prepared, and intercepted the pass.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And that one blown up quickly, as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up second down. A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. Off of play action, it's Watson. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off at the 49. And he'll get this back to the 32-yard line. He just joined the double-digit party with that last pick. He now has 10 on the season.
And that takes a great amount of skill, study, a tad bit of luck. But bottom line, he's had a heck of a season.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. A good pickup there, 8 yards on the first down completion.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you, that wasn't the primary target. And he's so good at that, isn't he?
I think he knew right away that he wasn't going to get to his primary guy. I think he read that as soon as he got to the line of scrimmage, knew where the pressure was going to come from, and said, I know how to beat that, and that's what he did.
53's the mark.
On first down, Mahomes toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
It's always a battle. Who's going to win on first down, the offense or the defense? Let's face it, if you've got the ball, 4 yards or more on first down is what you're aiming for. They tried to throw for it there. Nice effort to knock that one away and bring up second down.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. And they'll try the jet sweep here. And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. He lost 4 there, and it's 3rd down.
I like the idea to mix it up from time to time because, let's face it, you can't be predictable. But the execution was a little lacking on this one, right? They might want to go back to the drawing board with that call.
Here's Mahomes to throw. And this is caught. Touchdown, Baltimore. A 15-yard touchdown grab. And the Ravens have retaken the lead. Extra point right down the middle. And that will make this a 4-point game. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here.
Mike 52. Right here.
From the 29, Watson looking for his running back, and he's got him. A first down there on a pickup of 25.
We can talk all we want about football being a game of strength and brawn. It's also a game of mismatches, and they're trying to create one there, getting it to their back out of the backfield to make a bigger play.
As we often say, get it to him in space, let him use his leg.
Yeah, if he can get a matchup against a linebacker or maybe a defensive end dropping out in a zone blitz, he's going to win that battle just about every time.
A nifty bit of scrambling there. 12 yards, first down. Under a minute to go in this third quarter as they come up 1st and 10.
26. Right now, You better bring it.
From the gun, here's Watson. And an alley to run. He'll wind up getting 9 after tucking it and running, so it'll leave him with 2nd and a yard.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the 3rd one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
Kill.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And they'll be inside the 25 now at the 24. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
You remember me? Let's go, baby.
1 quarter remains here in Week 16. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Check 52's the mic. I want that. Give me that ball. 54. Give me that ball.
Now a first down throw. Watson.
Switch gears.
Going right side here, and that's complete. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10.
Let's go.
That's good for a Texan first down, a 12-yard pickup.
52.
Watson now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. Looking to find a lane, but he can't. Reined in at the line of scrimmage.
Yeah, baby.
No gain on the play there. 2nd down.
52's the mic. I'm going to come back to you.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Watson being chased out left. And this will be a touchdown. Deshaun Watson, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Texans have once again taken the lead.
That's it, baby.
Extra point splits the uprights. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Baltimore offense at the line set to get going. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Mahomes now to throw. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you can go make a play on the football.
And this is caught. Amari Cooper. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch.
Check 33.
They fake the give. Now Mahomes. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off near the 34.
And that's a great example of ball skills right there, partner. You and I do a lot of games, and I can't tell you how many guys look to run with the football before they've intercepted it. So that's a nice job of focusing on the task at hand and coming away with the interception.
Good starting field position for the Houston Texans here as they come up 1st and 10, right at the 50-yard line. After the interception, here's Watson. He's going to loft one, deep left. He's got it at the 15. And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line. 36 yards on the play. So after the big play, look at this, all the way down at the 15 now on 1st and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And able to surge forward for about 5 yards down to the 10. Charles, you'd said the magic number was probably right around 20 for this defense because they're facing one of the top 5 offenses in the league in terms of points scored. They've had their moments, but this offense just a little too good, isn't it?
They really are, because no matter what you do to make an adjustment on defense, they've had an answer for it.
Now it's Watson, a bootleg. Dancing to his left. It's just a gain of a couple there on the scramble, and now it's 3rd down.
Now, how about that play? He took a possible negative and turned it into positive yardage and slid down to avoid taking a big shot. Excellent job getting down and avoiding the big hit.
As big of a play as we've had in this one so far. This is 3rd and 3. Looking to throw. Purdy. And the Raven pressure too much. Down he goes.
You better be
Brandon,
ready
more
next
often than
time.
not, you'd say they've had his number, and we can count them up so far. 1, 2, 3, 4 sacks given up. But guess what? He's still been able to make some plays, and right now they have a lead.
So they get the 3, but you wonder now, is that going to be enough?
Excellent question, because when I look at the smiles on that side of the field, they're a little tight, aren't they? If they had scored a touchdown there, those would be big half-moon grins right now because they'd feel a whole lot better about their position.
And a touchdown in the other direction, all of a sudden they're down. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They'll start things on first with Torrey Cohen. And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down. On 2nd and 11 now. Mahomes. And that going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's 3rd down.
And it is true. You can draft the fastest. You can draft the most athletic guys. But if they don't know the art of positioning, sometimes it's all for naught. In this case, in the right spot, help force the incompletion.
Yeah, had his hands on it for a second. Would have been a tough catch, though. Falls incomplete. And now the 3rd down throw incomplete as well.
Certainly looked like they were getting ready to convert there on 3rd down, but what an effort to get his hand on that one, knock it away, and brings up a 4th down decision.
One score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down.
Let's go. 56 is Mike. 56 is the Mike.
Let's put him on the buses.
They'll go for it. It's Mahomes. And that is incomplete. The Ravens go for it but come up empty. And the Texans take over an excellent field position.
Push him back. Push him back. Flare.
Now a handoff here to his running back. They'll get him to the ground at the 20 following a pickup of 4. And when do they start thinking about burning these timeouts? They've got all 3 still defensively.
To me, you have to start right now. Here's the time, and that means you've got to stop them on defense, not give up the yardage, use your timeouts in order to get the ball back and try and score yourself. But now is the time to start using those timeouts.
And keep in mind, it'll also stop the clock at the 2-minute warning. One of the bigger plays in the game thus far, and the crowd getting into it as we come up on a big 3rd down. So it's Texans football as we welcome you back. They're facing a critical 3rd down now as they try to hold on to this lead.
Mike 52. Hey, watch the slant. Watch the slant.
From the gun, Watson.
You ain't going nowhere.
Escapes the sack. And he took the contact as he was throwing it, and the ball drops incomplete.
They certainly thought they had him surrounded and probably thought they were going to get him on the ground and get the sack, but he was able to elude that. And even though it threw it incomplete downfield, if you're a defensive back, you're loving the pressure that you're seeing from your front.
That one hurts a bit. That was a golden opportunity to possibly put this one on ice, but he comes up empty.
And how big of a miss might that turn out to be? Stay tuned. There's still time left on the clock. This could be critical.
Still a 1-score game. Had he hit that, it would have been 2 scores.
Let's go, defense.
Back to throw.
Let's go,
and
defense.
that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down.
Work with me, partner. Take a deep breath, because that's what they're doing down the field now. That incompletion allowed them to exhale a little bit. Get in the huddle, kind of scan the crowd, see if any celebrities are here. Relax a little bit as they start this big drive.
Hey, Jello.
So now they'll come up on 2nd and 10, once again from the 28.
You ain't doing nothing today.
Hero 15. You got it.
To throw is Mahomes. And, oh, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off around the 41. And they'll start with great field position at the 41-yard line.
Don't bring that mess in here. On the ball, baby. Don't bring that mess in here. Let's go.
Great team. Check 52's the mic. Check 52's the mic.
Gonna give this time to the tailback. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. This, in all probability, another run here on 2nd and 8. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. After that run, still a good amount of meat on the bone here for this 3rd down play. Can you envision them putting this in the air?
Totally. I mean, look at who he has under center right now. If you can't trust him with the football, you can't trust anyone. And frankly, to me, I want the ball down the stretch. Get the first down, keep it in the hands of my offense. I don't want to turn it over to them and rely on my D.
He's going to let this go for the end zone. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off with great anticipation. Just a little bit of a rough stretch. 6 interceptions now in these last 2 weeks combined.
I know the easy thing is to go back to mechanics, footwork, things of that nature. I'm also wondering, is he getting fooled by what he's seeing on defense? Has the scouting report changed? Are they showing him things different than what he expected? For the 2nd week in a row, he's throwing it to the guys in the wrong color shirts.
Yeah, he better figure, whatever the reason is, he better figure. Oh, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off at the 22. And they're going to take over right there at the 22-yard line.
At their own 22-yard line.
Down.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And this one all over but the shouting, you might say. Now, there's one timeout remaining defensively, but probably no real need to use it here.
Yeah, the only time they would use it, strictly for pride.
Ravens going to use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. And they take a knee.
The quarterback sequence.
So time to start going in the other direction as they come up now 3rd and long.
What we got?
Shoot.
Clock counting down toward 40 seconds as they take the knee.
Partner, they took a knee to finish this one off. To me, that's the only thing they lost in the 4th quarter. How about that comeback?
Yeah, trailed coming into the last frame. Got it done, taking the knee. So Houston